TINUBU reacts as Obasanjo endorses Peter Obi for 2023 presidency. So the thing here is that Obasanjo, all along, people have been waiting to see who he will support, even though before now his body language has been tilting towards Peter Obi. But I think right now, Obasanjo has openly endorsed Peter Obi for presidency. And now reactions are coming from different persons, from different quarters, trailing that endorsement. Here, we're going to see TINUBU's reaction to this Obasanjo's endorsement for Peter Obi as president for 2023. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has reacted to former President Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi for the 2023 presidency. Tinubu, who reacted through the All Progressive Congress APC Presidential Campaign Council, said Obasanjo's endorsement is worthless. The APC presidential candidate said the former president cannot win his polling unit and ward in Abeokuta for Peter Obi. Can you imagine? So the fact is this: when this campaign actually started, or prior to commencement of campaign in September, all of them visited Tinubu. Atiku went to Tinubu. All of them visited Obasanjo. Atiku went to Obasanjo. Peter Obi went to Obasanjo. Tinubu went to Obasanjo. All of them went to Obasanjo to pay homage, all right, to express their loyalty, seeking for his support, simply because the man has great influence. The man commands respect and influence. And the man, whether we like it or not, is still a political father for today in Nigeria, right? And still the most effective and the most influential politician in Nigeria today. So now, after all of this visit now, all right, Obasanjo has finally endorsed Peter Obi out of all of them. And now Asiwaju is saying that his endorsement for Peter Obi is worthless. So assuming Obasanjo endorsed him for APC, it would have been worthy, Abi. This is a statement of frustration and disappointment, I'm sure. The All Progressive Congress APC presidential campaign council has reacted to the endorsement of Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate, by former President Olusegun Obasanjo on Sunday, January 1, 2023. In a preliminary statement sent to Legit.ng by Bayo Onanuga, the Director of Media and Publicity, the campaign council said it did not consider the endorsement to be of any value. Can you imagine? It, however, stated that it respects the democratic right of former President Obasanjo to endorse any candidate of his choice. The statement reads in part. Can you imagine? All right, so this is the statement that Onanuga made. Following calls by journalists from various media houses who asked for our reaction, we decided to make this preliminary statement, though we didn't consider the so-called endorsement to be of any value. We respect the democratic right of former President Olusegun Obasanjo to support and endorse any candidate of his choice in any election, except that he made it known formally in his New Year message. Any discerning political watcher in Nigeria knows that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's preference for Peter Obi is expected. Yes, because his body language has always been tilting towards Peter Obi before now. He had earlier stated his position at various public events, and last being at the 70th birthday anniversary of Chief John Ngodo, former president of Ohaneze Ndigbo in Enugu. All right? And as somebody saying, Tinubu will not lose sleep over Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi. Onanuga further said his principal, Tinubu, will not lose sleep over Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi, which he described as worthless. Can you imagine? So it's of no effect. It cannot make him to have so much worry. That is what he's trying to say here. We may book to say that our party and candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not lose sleep over Obasanjo's move, as Obasanjo is notorious for always opposing progressive political forces, as he did against MK Abiola in 1993. The endorsement is actually worthless because the former president does not possess any political goodwill or leverage anywhere in Nigeria to make anyone win a councillorship election, let alone win a presidential election. He is a political paperweight. Can you imagine? Bayo Onanuga is calling Obasanjo a political paperweight. Does that make sense? When Obasanjo was leaving office in 2007, he made Goodluck and late Yaradua president and vice president, both of them. Yaradua was president, and then Goodluck was vice president. And when Yaradua passed on, his influence also supported in making Goodluck the president constitutionally. Okay, so and he was also among the people that supported Buhari to come to power in 2015. All right, as a former general, there was so much corruption in Goodluck's government, and so the people felt that Buhari has changed, and Buhari will bring value to the table, and everybody trooped to support him. All right, so Obasanjo played a very big role in all of this. So you cannot call Obasanjo a political paperweight. Today is one of the major Southerners that if he visits anywhere in the north, if he visits anywhere outside the country, he's still highly respected even by the United Nations. So you cannot call Obasanjo a political paperweight. Now, Nanuga continued. He is also not a Democrat. All right, anyone should be proud to be associated with. Can you imagine? So it's not a Democrat anyone should be proud to be associated with. We recall that in 2003 and 2007 general elections, when he was the sitting president, Obasanjo used all the coercive instruments of state at his disposal to railroad people into elective offices against the will of Nigerians, as expressed at the polls in 2007. All right, he declared the polls a do or die affair after he failed in his bid to amend our constitution to have a third term. From our record, President Obasanjo has not successfully made anyone win election in Nigeria since then. Not even in Ogun State can anyone rely on his support or endorsement to become a governor or councillor. Can you imagine? So, and I'm still saying that Obasanjo cannot even win in his polling unit for Peter Obi. The APC Presidential Council said it pitied Peter Obi, saying Obasanjo cannot win his polling unit in Abeokuta for the Labour Party flag bearer. It noted that the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar got Obasanjo's endorsement in 2019 but still lost the election. All these are justifications. All these saying are just to console themselves for the disappointment that Obasanjo has given them. I'm very, very sure. We pity Peter Gregory Obi as we are confident that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo cannot win his polling unit and ward in Abeokuta for Obi in the coming presidential election in 25th February 2023. Chief Obasanjo's endorsement is not a political currency that Peter Obi can spend anywhere in Nigeria, because he is not a political force, even in his part of the country. Chief Obasanjo similarly endorsed Alhaji Atiku Abubakar People's Democratic Party in 2019 against President Muhammadu Buhari. Atiku was walloped by Buhari with a wide margin in the election. History will repeat itself in February as our candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed TINUBU will equally beat Obi by a large margin. Obasanjo is not a good judge of good character, says APC campaign. Still Onanuga. So while endorsing Obi, Obasanjo said there is no set among the presidential candidates. However, the APC campaign said the former president does not have the moral credential to judge anyone. We take a particular notice of the part of the endorsement statement where Chief Olusegun Obasanjo said none of the presidential candidates is a saint. We want to state here that Chief Obasanjo is not a good judge of character. He is a man who considers only himself as the all-knowing saint in Nigeria. Over the years, Chief Obasanjo has also convinced himself that integrity, honesty, and all good virtues begin and end with him. The statement concluded. Can you imagine? Yeah, so the truth is that not all of them, there's no set, but of two evils, you choose the best. That is what we are saying. All right. Peter Obi is also not 100% perfect. He's not 100% perfect. All right. But if you compare Peter Obi, TINUBU, and Atiku, and Kwakwanso put together, Peter Obi is still the best among all of them. So, and that is why, and for Obasanjo to endorse Peter Obi, he knows that for there to be justice, equity, and fairness in the Nigerian political system, it should go to the southeast. Okay, and Obasanjo has also looked that it's only through Peter Obi that we can turn the steering of of Nigerian economy and political condition back to the right direction. Okay, so saying that Obasanjo is a political paperweight, I don't understand. He's not a good judge of character. I think he tried by saying that all of them are not said because they're human. Or is another guy going to tell us that TINUBU is a set with all the bedus and all the big load he's carrying that he failed to offload and resolve for Nigerians to know that he meant business, all right? Or is it with all the gragra he's doing that is culminating to political violence at some quarters where APC dominates? So I think Obasanjo was right by saying that all of them, there's no set among them because they are humans. They are humans. So by another guy, he's also saying that that Tiku cannot, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot lose sleep because of that winning, because of that endorsement, that even Obasanjo cannot win his polling unit in his own area. It's not to talk of for a councillor, not talk of governorship or presidency. So Obasanjo's endorsement of Peter Obi is inconsequential. That is what Bayo Onanuga of the APC Presidential Campaign Council is saying here. But is that true? Is that true? All right. That is worrisome to them. I'm very sure. So somebody say here in a few comments, if you had endorsed TINUBU, all right, you would have sung a different song. And that is true. Ask him, that is true. Abio, Obasanjo doesn't have political weight because he does not in any way support TINUBU. But 2015, they ran to him for endorsement. Yes, it's not just 2015, even now. So, even now, they ran to him, and all of them ran to him, that he has decided to support one out of all of them. Or more, the truth where Obasanjo speak, hot TINUBU, or more, see attack from TINUBU. Okay, anyway, bye-bye to APC, come 2023. Delusion. Can you imagine? Somebody say that's a delusion. Okay, I know you are one of the TINUBU supporters, judging from your version of the word delusion. That is true. That is true. Baba BJ is politically worthless, valueless, and inchoate. If he sponsors a councillorship candidate in his Abeokuta ward, the candidate will surely kiss the dust. I am totally with Bayo Onanuga because his expression is nothing but the truth. This was the APC person as well. So we've got a lot of comments here, but people are still reacting up to now on that endorsement. But I'm sure this endorsement will go a long way to help Peter Obi in winning this election. And Obasanjo does not just endorse. When he endorses, he works it out. He works for it. So I'm sure whatever he's going to say or do now, or whatever underground work he needs to do for Peter Obi to win, he will start doing them. He's already doing them already. So this is a very good one, and I will say congratulations to Labour Party and to Peter Obi. But the next thing remains to vote and to vote correctly when come 2023. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment as well following this reaction that is thrilling endorsement of Peter Obi by Olusegun Obasanjo.